On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better.
Hey, you guys. Welcome. Boss Conversations with Janeah. We're running another one back. I want to thank you guys, everybody that's tuning in with me tonight. Tonight, I have a special guest, another special guest, another woman in business, an entrepreneur, Miss Keyera Simmons. I'm sorry. And she is coming through to represent her business, the Opulent Touch. And so I am going to bring this queen on so we can go ahead and have this boss conversation. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. All right. Hey, queen. Oh, man, I can't hear you now.
Oh, wow.
Now I hear you. You
Okay.
are. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, we got you on. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
Good. You are looking wonderful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it looks like
I gotta
you
represent you well, girl.
Yes, girl. Yes, thank you. I see you have the whole opulent touch going on in the background. I really like the way that looks.
Thank you.
Yes, all right. So are you ready to get this interview rolling?
Absolutely.
All right, Queen. Let the people know what is your name and what's the name of your business or businesses.
Okay. Well, my name is Keyera. I'm the owner of the Opulent Touch LLC, which is an interior decorating business and also home staging.
Okay. It's what areas do you service?
I service all areas. If the number is right, I'll travel out of town.
Okay.
Yes,
All
but
right.
right now I'm servicing the Chicagoland area.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing interior designing?
Well, officially, I started it in 2019. So that's
Okay.
when I got the company incorporated, handled all the logistics, and I've been doing it ever since.
It is so many people who birthed their businesses during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so proud of everybody that stepped
Yes.
out on faith and did that. We ain't had nothing else to do.
I know. I know.
So,
Yes, that was a very trying time just having a business during that, season. Well, like I said, I started in 2019, so it was before, but it went into, which was kind of crazy because people wanted their distance, during that time. They want you in their houses, girl. And then
right.
also people were getting laid off, so they didn't really have the finances to actually do a little extra something, to spruce up their home. So it gave me a lot of time just to think about how I wanted to reposition myself and how I wanted to come back out in 2021.
Wow. So it was a challenge, huh?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody who started their business right before the pandemic, it
Hmm.
was pretty scary.
Yeah,
Did you
definitely.
did you have the fear of like, oh my God, this wasn't the right time. I shouldn't have done this, or I don't know if I should have done this. Did you go through that?
Honestly, no, because it was something that I was so passionate about. So I felt like if you feel unction in your spirit to do something, do it. It doesn't really have to be predicated on the circumstances because we never know what's to come. So
Right.
it was preparing me. It gave me time to do a lot of thinking, a lot of self reflection, even just looking at other interior design companies and see, what I want to do, what I shouldn't do, what would be the best fit for me and my potential clients. So
Right.
researching, we always need that.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because I've known you since I think 2017. It
Yeah.
was 2016 or 17.
Yeah. Around there. Yep.
Yeah, and even office spaces like you, girl, you have always been. I remember when was it your oldest or was it, I think it was your oldest that went to prom. And I
Mm-hmm.
came to your house and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, girl,
Yeah.
you had, your house is so elegant and laid out. I was like, girl, you got that touch. You have that touch. So
Yes.
I'm happy to see that you took it to a business, like an official business,
Right.
where you can not only do it for yourself and your family,
Mm-hmm.
but you could do it for other people and make some money.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
God gave us these gifts and talents for a reason. He say, he give us the power to create wealth. So we got to use these talents and gifts that we have to produce for ourselves.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Hasana girl, thank you so much. She said, what'd you say? Y'all styling and profiling.
Hey.
Thank you so much, sis, and thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
She's like one of my biggest supporters. She is always on deck with us, and
That
I
is
love it.
beautiful.
So,
Yes.
what all? Lord, I'm so tongue tied. You know, I think
It's
that's
okay.
all in the park today. That field trip that I took
Oh
kept
no.
me off. But what kind of spaces do you design? Are they all? Is it office, bedrooms, houses, kids spaces? What all type of spaces do you design?
So residential and commercial spaces. So I do someone's home. If they got a little apartment, a little studio, I'll do that. If you got a dental office, a hair salon, I'm open to anything. Working with realtors to stage properties to get them to sell a little sooner. I'm open to it all. It's no space that I'm like, no, I can't do that. I don't care what it is.
Okay, okay. Now I do also recall that back in the day, you I look, I'm put it like this. You staged parties. I know that
Yes.
like you the person that your family will call and be like,
Mm-hmm.
Keyera, we having a party for your niece. You know what I'm saying? Do
Mm-hmm.
you still do that? Like, could one call you if they wanted their party to be elegant and put together a certain kind of way?
Well, I would absolutely be open to that. So prior to the interior design business, I had an event planning business. So the event planning business, like I said, I've always been like a super creative person. I love art, I love fashion, I love putting things together, making things with my hands. So that was my first business, was the actual event planning business, doing birthday parties, graduations, baby showers, you name it. I would absolutely be open to that. I actually have a sister who kind of took over that. She does events and she does a beautiful job. So I would definitely be open to it, and I have her tag team because she's actually been doing so well at it. I think she didn't trump my talent and skill in that area. So,
Really?
yes, yeah, she does a
Oh
fabulous
wow.
job. Yeah,
Does she still have the event plan in place?
yeah, it's called the Party Room. So
Okay.
you guys can look her up on Facebook or Instagram if you wanted to reach out and get an event done.
I'm gonna have to reach out to her. We gotta get her up on Boss
I
Conversations. Let's talk
know.
about the party room.
Yes.
So, if one wanted to book you,
Uh-huh.
what is the process? Does one need to come with the ideas, or do you go in and look at the space and then you give them certain options? How does that go?
All right, so they reach out to me. A lot of times, the first thing I'm asking is, what is your vision? I always send them out like a pre consultation form because you want to know things like, what's your vision? What's your budget? How long do you plan for this, transition to take place? Because some people may say, I only got a week. I need to pull something together in a week. Or I got a month. Or I got a year, So I always want to get those important details before we start. And a lot of times, the places that I do, they already know what they want. They just don't know how to put it together and take it to the next level. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I did see and shared the small office space.
I
It
appreciate
wasn't
that.
even a office space. Hey Rick,
No,
how you doing? How you doing? It wasn't even an office space. I
no.
think it was a closet that you turned into an office space.
It
Was
actually
that what
was,
it was?
no, it
Was it a
wasn't a closet.
utility closet?
It was a little hallway. It's a hallway that they had like a little cubby, and they just wanted to make it an additional space, for I don't know if you saw the one either with the kids. It was for the
Yeah.
kids, or
No.
okay, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I did one for the mother as well for her own little office space. But yeah, they had like a little cubby hole, and I said we could do something with that, most definitely. I feel like you can utilize any space that you have. Sometimes people just don't have the vision for it. It can happen, most definitely.
Man, you definitely I was like, wow. Because look, the way it looked from the beginning, because I saw both of them, but the
Uh-huh.
other space, particularly, I was like,
Right.
that was really creative the way you made it look, and you made it look
Yes.
so. You took it from such a decluttered look,
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice, elegant look, and I really love that. And if
Yeah.
any of you guys want to see what I'm talking about, just go to my page. I did share it, and I shared it a few days ago. So I know I got a lot of stuff on my page. You won't have to go through too many interviews to see it. I
Right.
shared it. I think it was like the day before yesterday, actually. I think it's beautiful the work that you do. Now you have had businesses before. When having businesses prior to this business, did
Mm-hmm.
that help you out with being more productive? Because I always talk about most millionaires, most successful people,
Mm-hmm.
they have had businesses that have failed, or
Mm-hmm.
not even failed, maybe even that they just walked away from. But most of them learned from all of those businesses, and then that helped them be better with the business that becomes successful. Do
Right.
you think that you being a prior businesswoman helped you, especially since once you started this business, we went
Mm-hmm.
through a pandemic? Do
Right.
you think the fact that you have had businesses before helped you through this pandemic with starting a business?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely learned a lot of lessons. If we just want to go back to the event planning business, that business taught me a lot about people. Like, I did not know people until I did that business. You deal with so many different personalities. You learn how people actually view you in the marketplace. You learn how people value you and your work that you do. You learn a lot of patience. It's so much that I learned from just doing that business that I really didn't pay attention to. And it was like, wait a minute. I had to learn my value first of all. So if you don't know your value before you start a business, you better learn it quickly because you are going to lose, And we don't want to lose because sometimes we undercharge ourselves. Sometimes we feel that, like, well, if I see somebody else who's in the same arena, if their particular services or products look better than mine, then, maybe I should undercharge myself. But I learned a lot. Like, if you feel that you have the talent, the gift, you do good quality work, you've had clients, that raved about you, you good. You charge what you feel that you're worth. Because if people really want it, they're going to pay for it. And I found myself like undercharging because I was afraid that if I charge too much, I'm not going to get the deal or I'm not going to get the business. And a lot of times, another thing I want to say is sometimes everybody wants a deal. People look at you like, oh, you got an event planning business or you got a interior design business. Can you cut me a deal? And it's like, wait a minute, I'm trying to build this business. I'm trying to grow this business. And they don't understand. A lot of us don't have thousands of dollars to back our business. We're putting our own personal funds into this business, trying to build it. And even the money that we make is going right back into it, and don't have a staff that you got to pay payroll to,
Okay.
so it's a lot. But it's like, if you understand your value and what you're worth, you'll make better decisions concerning your business. And it teaches you too, like, about payroll, customer service, all the little things that sometimes we forget, or we don't really take into consideration before when we got this bright idea. So I suggest even just sitting down with a business consultant, so you're not caught off guard with all of these little things that you're not really thinking of. Because sometimes you're just a talent, you don't know all the business savvy stuff. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's all so true. That's all so true. When you did start this business, being
Mm-hmm.
that you learned so much from the event planning business,
Mm-hmm.
were there different when you said, okay, I'm going to go at this again. I'm going to, go at this small business entrepreneur thing again. I'm about to pop my own LLC. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, when you did the event planning business, it was with your sister. So,
No, it actually was with a young lady. She's like a cousin to me.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, me and
But
her
it was
did
with
that.
somebody else.
Absolutely.
It
Yeah.
was. Okay, so this time you're by yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this time you're by yourself. Were there things that you had to buckle down on, even if it was like your budget or learning how to spend, how to pace yourself? Were there things that you had to buckle down on this go round so you can make sure you didn't make the same mistakes you made before?
Yes. A couple of things was budgeting. That's definitely one of them. Sometimes a client may come to you and they have a particular budget, but sometimes your idea and your vision is bigger than their budget, and I've done this several times where I just wanted it to look a certain kind of way. So I put in a few extra bucks, which cut my pay. But because I'm like, wait a minute, this represents me. I want it to look right, but so you have to be like a little more creative. You should stay within the client's budget, and then work towards those bigger clients who can pay more for you to really go, to the next level with those visions that you have, So that was one thing I learned, because I'm like, I can't keep doing this because I'm losing. I'm not going to ever make no business. And this is a business, not a hobby, So that was one thing. Also time management. Sometimes because I'm a perfectionist, it takes me a little longer, to get things done, because I keep going back. Well, let me change this and let me do this, So that's one thing I have to do, is just be confident. Once it's done, it's done. It's beautiful. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. So those are two of the most important lessons. And also just like networking. It's important to network with people, and in this business, different vendors, like create those relationships, because you're going to need them, as you, go along and your business excels.
That's true. That's true. That staying in the budget thing
Mm-hmm.
is very important, not just for the reasons that you said, but because also once you start stepping out of a client's budget, right, and you
Mm-hmm.
start upgrading them
Yeah.
on your terms, some people will take that and run 3,000 miles with it, okay? Because it's
You're
like,
right.
now that you done upgraded this, now they want that. Now they want that. Now they want things that wasn't even on the list, wasn't even in their vision when they first started. And see, I know that you are a very sweet person, okay? I know
Yeah.
you're a very nice person. And so when you have a caring spirit like that, when
Mm-hmm.
you're a perfectionist, when you feel like, oh, this represents me, vultures take advantage of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
They will definitely try to run over you, get a little bit more. But girl, if you gonna do this, then you got to do that. So I'm glad that you learned that
Yeah.
and that you kind of honed into that, because I would hate to see people taking advantage of you, because
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what vultures do. Because they out there, girl. Like you said, you learn people,
Mm-hmm.
you know even now, this is different from event planning. You just designing some stuff now. With
Mm-hmm.
event planning, you could be planning a party for 10, and then here they come with 35 people, okay? It's like, it's not what we signed up for.
Right.
um, but where do you get your inspiration when you go in and you do have to design something or redesign something? Do you have any rituals, or do you just kind of let it flow? You go with the spirit. How do you do that?
I let it flow. I take the ideas and visions that they gave me, and then I don't know. I'm just a person, like, once I start doing it, I'm doing it. Like, it's no ending to it. My mind just goes on and on and on. And even like sometimes before you do a project, a client may want you to.
Oh, I lost your can't hear you. We lost you. Is somebody calling you? Dang, what happened? All right, y'all. We're gonna have sis go out and come back in real quick. Dang, she was just about to get into it.
I know.
There you
You hear
go.
me okay?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you
So
stopped off with sometimes a client.
so once a client gives me their vision of what they want, I just go in and I do my thing. Sometimes a client may want like a layout of how are you going to do the room. Sometimes I can give them that, but sometimes it's better for me if I just go in and do my thing. So it's like, you got to kind of trust me, you got to kind of just trust my gift. And I got the talent, the ability to do it. And I'm open to changing and rearranging things when I have to do it in that way. When I just go in and just have creative freedom, I'm understandable. I understand if a client's like, can you change that? Can you do this? Because I didn't exactly give them a complete layout because I was just being creative, so.
Okay. So far, what has been the most favorite thing or memorable thing that you have touched or redesigned or decorated or whatever since you've started this business?
I honestly don't have a favorite. I kind of like all the projects that I've worked on. I really haven't had one that this really tops the charts. I haven't experienced.
What's ideal for you? Like, what if you haven't had a favorite? What is the what is the spaces that you like to put your touch on the most?
I'm so sorry. That is my son. My husband is on his live. Can you please text your son and stop calling me? I apologize, you all. I sent
That's
out
a little
a group
rich.
text. Yes, I sent out a group text that I was doing a podcast. I'm sorry, you all.
Is he probably like my daughter? Girl, I was interviewing one of our family members, and I sent my oldest daughter a text saying, make sure you get on the live, right? And then I'm on the live. She calling me, texting me, talking about where is. I'm like, what the girl?
That's them kids for you.
They
Lord
special.
Jesus. They special, but we love them. It's okay.
We have to. So what is like your favorite place to put your touch on? Even whether it be your home, like a living room, your bedroom. What's your favorite place or ideal place to decorate?
I guess my house, because with my house, I can do whatever I want to do. Kind of like with the clients, you got to stay in a certain perimeter. You still have creative freedom, but they still have a particular vision that they want you to meet. But your home, you can do whatever you want to do. So
Right.
I would definitely say my home. Yes.
Are you
sure.
one of those people who always redecorating your home? Like, are you always moving the furniture around, always doing stuff like that?
No, I'm not that person, but I'm always adding. And
Okay.
my son, since we were just talking about that, he said, "Ma, sometimes you over decorate." Because I'm like, it could be a little more. I could do a little, so I'm working on that.
Okay.
You always see, when I'm in stores, I see so many things that I love, so many beautiful, pictures and little accessories. So you'd be like, oh, I want to add this. But the thing is, you could swap things out. That's what I got to do. You ain't got to add something extra. Just swap it out.
That's what I
For
was about
something
to
else. You can
add.
bless somebody with it, or you can use it in your next project. So, yeah.
Or use it seasonal.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying? Like for the
Yes.
spring, I'ma have this. For the winter, I might more diamond-y, like
Yes.
yeah, things like that. So yeah,
Yes.
maybe you could do that. You could swap it on out. Because
Swap it out.
girl, even your kids' rooms was laid out. I was like, oh, you got that.
Yeah.
And you wasn't even into this then.
I
Like,
know.
but I
know.
don't think I said, I definitely don't think I said anything to you about it when I was there. But girl, when I was in your house, I was like, I was up in Disney, like, oh, I was like, damn, she can decorate. Like, your house really did look good. And that is
Thank you.
so dope. But
Thank you.
it feels good to come home to a nicely decorated house
There
and
you go.
again, yeah.
Let me tell you something. It definitely is a mood changer. Like, people don't realize how the ambiance of your home can definitely shift your mood. I think about just like you like to go to certain restaurants because of the ambiance. So it's very important. Even husbands and wives out there, you could spice up the bedroom by sprucing it up a little bit. Maybe you'll get a little more action, a little more romance
Right.
in there if it looked a little better. So
Right.
yeah, you can definitely set the tone and the mood with decor.
Yeah, that's the same as like making your beds up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't realize how powerful that
Yes.
is, because when you like feeling like you're in the slums and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, if you don't make that bed up and you've had a bad day and you come back home, your room's a mess, the bed is all
Exactly.
sloppy, you continue to feel like that. It
Yep.
is nothing like getting into a freshly made bed.
Come
It's
on.
nothing like walking into your room and
Yes.
seeing your bed freshly made. Even in the morning, after you wake up and make your
Yeah.
bed, when you turn back and look at it, it's like, okay, time to start my day. Let's
Exactly.
go. Let's go.
You are
And
right.
I learned that I'm gonna be real transparent right here.
Go ahead,
Well, I
girl.
know he ain't
Spill
looking
the
at
tea.
this, but I swear he would never believe that I would say this. But I
Okay.
learned that from my ex-husband.
Hmm.
We battled about that bed when we first moved in together, because I
Okay.
used to, at first I felt like we getting back in it, so like why does it matter? Like, it
Mm-hmm.
never mattered to me that much. And he was very adamant about it. So
Yeah.
of course, being the submissive woman that I let me stop
Okay,
lying.
girl.
Let me stop lying right there. But being that I was trying to keep the peace, I
Yeah.
started making the bed. But it did not take me very long to
No.
realize why. And then it made me understand how I was messing up his energy and psyche. Because then
Uh-huh.
it made me feel so much better. And then
Yeah.
I thought about it like this is what he's used to. And here I
Mm-hmm.
come with all this chaos. Like, yeah,
Right.
let me make this bed up because we got enough other issues. I'll make this bed up.
Okay, girl.
But yeah, I do think that it does matter. Do
It
you
does.
ever have creative blocks? Like, have you ever gone into gotten hired or went to a consultation and
Mm-hmm.
you like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Let me see. I don't think I have actually experienced that before.
See,
No,
that's
I think
so
I'd be so
interesting.
excited about doing it because let me tell you, decorating, doing anything creative is therapeutic for me. So it's like I'm excited when I get in that space and my juices start flowing, because it makes me feel more relaxed. I feel like I'm in my energy, my high vibrations. So no, I haven't experienced that. I hope I don't.
I pray you don't either. I pray you don't either. Because I know you got that super talent. That's just an attest to it. You
Hmm.
decorate inside your car.
No, ma'am. People decorate inside their cars. Oh, I guess they do. My daughter, she got the little bling steering wheel, and I done seen people put lashes on they lights and stuff in
Now
the front.
see, if you bet not.
I'm not going that far.
Yeah, not with the lashes now. But they got bling everything. They got the
Yeah.
bling for your stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all kind of thing. I just,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had the plush furry seats and roses in the back and all that good stuff. Oh man.
Just doing interior, home interior, business interior. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you did say you do businesses too, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So if somebody rented a business space,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to worry about how it's, making it look good, because you're right. When people come in, I think you said this earlier, even
Mm-hmm.
well, you said it about a restaurant, but it
Okay.
also applies with a business. Somebody come in a nice business. I remember when I used to work for her husband, you guys, but I remember when people would come in and they always liked your decorations in the little waiting area.
Mm-hmm.
And then when people would always look in your office and be like, oh, it's so nice in her office. It's so cute. Yeah, it is. And she coordinated with her red and black and all that. It was real nice.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It
So it
definitely
does
makes a
give them a
difference.
good feeling.
Yeah, you want people to have that warm feeling, that inviting vibe. When they come into your business, especially if they gotta wait. Now, listen, if you gotta come, you had a 1 o'clock appointment, and they got you there to like 1:30 before you actually see who you want to see. At least if you got a nice ambiance, that'll keep them kind of settled, kind of cool. They checking stuff out. It definitely
Right.
makes a difference. Opposed to just sitting
Yeah.
in like a cold office, nothing on the walls, no decor. Yeah.
I like the way you think about all of the little extra stuff. Like you
Mm-hmm.
always used to have candy out, so they got something to munch on, while they out there. You kept
Yes.
some water in the refrigerator. I'm just saying these things so people will know that, when we're talking about this queen, we're talking about somebody who goes above and beyond, and she's thinking outside the box. So if she was decorating your office space, she probably not only is going to decorate your office space, but also let you know you need to put a little fridge in here so you can keep some water and a couple snacks for your people, because you want to make sure that when they come and, like you said, sit and wait, that they're comfortable. And that's a
Yes,
part of the whole ambiance of the office.
absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I love that you have all of that out of the box thinking. That's
Yeah.
what we need to be successful. You're different.
Yeah.
And that is what makes you different. That's what makes you pop out and why people will want to hire you.
Yeah.
So where do you see the Opulent Touch in 5 years?
Hopefully I have multiple Opulent Touch locations. That's definitely a dream of mine. I ultimately kind of see myself not always being the person that's actually doing the decorating. I want to be more of the visionary where I complete, the layout and,
And have
place
a
everything
crew
and have
execute?
a crew to go ahead and execute it, because I want to be able to move around,
Okay.
and this is just not my only passion. I consider myself an inspirationalist. So I want to do speaking engagements where I'm encouraging and motivating women, so this is not my only passion, but it's a passion of mine that I look to inspire people, not just speaking inspiring, but even like I said, when I'm decorating, one thing that's kind of different that I always do with each of my projects is I always incorporate inspirational pictures somehow. I try to sneak them in, where maybe they're not so, some is bold and it stand out, but some a little small where it's not too abrasive to people, but it's something for them to look at and get inspired in some type of way. I always do that, whether even if it's a picture or if it's a pillow, it can be anything, but I always want to like inspire people, encourage people, make them feel happy and motivated, as they're going throughout their day. So I definitely see
Oh, that's
myself, like I said,
good.
having a team, a team of people who are working for the Opulent Touch, who putting that opulent touch on everything. So, because opulent means lavish, luxury, wealthy. That's the kind of feel I want people to have when they walk into their homes or their businesses.
Oh, that's good. See, that's your special touch, putting that's your signature thing, making sure they have something inspirational.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, do you want to like do, I I want to say just celebrities, but higher end, like people with mansions or people
Yes.
millionaires and things like that? Is that your goal?
Yes.
Like to decorate
Yes.
homes of that nature?
Absolutely. That is definitely a
So
goal.
you'll lay the whole mansion out, sis.
Come on now. I do what I got to do right now,
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
know eventually, as I continue to network and I continue to do, business for different people, that I'm going to get there. Like ultimately, that's my goal. I want to get in these skyscrapers. I want to talk to these CEOs of $1 million companies. Yeah, I want to do all of that. That is definitely a dream of mine because, like I said, it's always inspiring. It's always an opportunity to motivate because once you get into their house, you get to talk to them. So once you talk to them, that opened up the door for ministry because I'm all about ministry as well. So yeah, definitely. I want to
Yes,
help beautify their home and their life.
right. Okay.
Yes.
So do you still do, I know that you used to, and I haven't seen it lately, so I don't
Okay.
know. Do you still go live and do your inspirational speaking?
I do. Not as often as I used to, but I definitely do. My page is Transformation by Inspiration. If anybody wants to go and take a look, whether I'm speaking, I do positive inspiration, quotes that you can share and read daily. So yes, that's
Okay,
going to
'cause
always
I
be a
want to
passion of mine.
touch
That's
on
my
that
heart.
too.
Yes.
Transformation by Inspiration.
Yeah.
And that's a page on Facebook, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because
So
that's how you get
you
change. You got to inspire people. A lot of times we just want to tell people what to do. And no,
guys,
you got to inspire them. That's what's going to create the change. So people want to know that you're relatable. People want to hear your experiences and what you went through, to help them move to the next level. So I'm all about that.
as you guys can see, she is a great speaker. Okay. She is very well spoken. But the sister got some nuggets, okay, and she's very inspirational. So, you didn't mention that earlier, so I was hoping that you were still doing that because you're so good at it. Like
Thank you.
you do a good job with that and incorporating whatever scriptures or whatever
Hmm.
quotes that you have. Girl, get this lady a quote and she's gonna give you a whole life and a whole reading on it. And that just really shows that God has blessed you and that you have a gift. You have a gift in that. And I think you should never give that up because you definitely are very good with that. That is a true gift from God. Don't give that one up at all. So I'm
I'm not.
glad that you sneaked that into this job because you
Yes.
do have to sometimes sneak that in. Some people you can't tell them because there's some negative people out here,
Oh yeah.
and it's you wouldn't even believe that people don't want positive stuff. Like it's people that's
Hmm.
like, I ain't got time for that. But when you put it in that space and the way
Hmm.
you decorate, and when it fits so perfect in that space, they
Yeah.
can't even get mad. They just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm always about sneaking it in a little bit, even in them kids' room, because they need it. They got so much craziness on social media, so much that they dealing with their peers and in school. Like we got to subliminally get these messages in their minds, because it's our
Right,
future. So, yeah.
right. How do you define success?
Hmm. I define success is like being in a position where you can do whatever you want. You have the freedom to do whatever you want, and not just because you have a lot of money, but you have a peace of mind. Because that's so big. Because there's so many people who have a lot of money, but they're not happy. They on all type of meds to regulate things. In their minds, they committing suicide. So I look at success when you are in a position where you have freedom, you're happy, nothing is restricting you. I look at that as being successful when you can help your family, in many ways, create intergenerational wealth, pass down a legacy that you can be remembered by, and I want to be able to do that. When I leave this earth, I don't want to just be able to leave my kids money. I want to say, I want my kids to be able to be like, my mother impacted the world. She changed lives. That's being successful because we're not here for ourselves, just so we can live a lavish life. We are here to help other people. It's this so much that the world needs that each and every one of us, we have some type of greatness on the inside that can really make a imprint in this world and help change things. We depend on our government for so much. No, it's us that can create the change. So I feel like when we're in a position to actually do that, then we're being successful.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In your opinion, what are the qualities of a successful entrepreneur or business owner? What qualities would one need to possess to be successful?
Confidence, patience. That confidence is important
Mhm.
because if you are not confident, anything that somebody says or does will have you defeated, will have you shutting down your business. You got to have tough skin. You got to be able, you're going to have a bad review here and there because sometimes people are just people, So
Right.
you got to have that confidence and know that you can do it no matter what. You're going to have highs and lows in your business. So you can't just be okay when everything is going well, but you're going to have moments where finances may dry up. You may have moments where people quit or your team is not being as productive as you may want them to be. But if you're confident in the vision that you have for your business, you will be able to succeed. And you got to look at your business as your baby. This is your baby. You can't depend on nobody else to treat your business how you treat your business, so you got to take care of it. You got to cultivate it. So that is definitely an important trait to have, being confident and also being patient. Sometimes it takes time. We want everything fast in this world today. It may take you 4, 5, 6 years to build your business. It's okay. Think about the end result. It's going to be worth it. So those are two of the main things. And I also say, keep positive people around you.
Yes.
Don't have negative Nancy's around you. People who always complain and people who always telling you what can possibly go wrong. You need people who kind of can see your vision and want to push your vision. Sometimes we just hire people because they can do the job. No, they got to have the right energy and the right spirit, because that can definitely infiltrate you. So
Yes,
those
it
are
can.
three things that I would say to anybody trying to be an entrepreneur.
Those are good. Those are
Yeah.
good. Good
And
note.
one other thing I want to say is also think about the resources that you have around you, because sometimes we think that if I don't personally have money or I don't personally have this, look at your circle. You may have somebody who's good at accounting, good at social media, good at so many different things that you don't have, that may be able to, bargain with you. I'm gonna give you
Barter
this. And come
services.
on. Yes,
Bartered services is the same as cash, okay?
exactly.
Because if they got something you need and you have something they need, both
Mm-hmm.
of y'all was gonna pay for those. And so if I could
Thank
do
you.
this service for you and you could do this service for me, and
Yes.
nobody has to exchange cash, but we both get what we need,
Yes.
bartered services. Yes.
Yes. So take advantage of those.
Yes.
Please do. That's important, because some of us just be like, well, I don't have what I need. So we don't really make any forward movement. We be waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like your business can be up and booming. You can be making some power moves right now, but you've been waiting, talking about what you don't have, and you haven't even looked at the people in your circle. So, yeah.
Or even you got barter services, but also sometimes we think we don't have what we need and
Mm-hmm.
we just need to go. We
Come
just
on.
need to get started
Come
because
on.
if you really have faith in God,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, in God, you know that He's going to order your steps
Yeah.
and He's going to put everything there for you.
Yep.
So all you got to do is start moving. And when you start moving, He gonna start putting all kind of things in place for you. I had a young lady contact me just straight out the blue when
Okay.
I first started. Sorry, Boss Conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and she found me on YouTube. On Instagram on my Boss Conversations page. I don't know
Okay.
how. I
Okay.
really think it was through hashtags. I can't remember, but she was telling me, she was like, "Man, I really like the interview you did. I just moved to Chicago from New York.
Okay.
Very young girl. I think she's like 21, 22. And she was saying that she wants to have her own show and she
Okay.
wants to start her own podcast and she does sports, but she wants to have her own sports show. And she was like, but I keep trying to wait until I get everything together. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I feel like I'm going to have garbage questions and all this and that. I don't know this girl from dirt,
Okay.
but the spirit told me to encourage her. And I told her, I said, girl, when I tell you I had no full vision of what I was doing, I definitely didn't know. I mean, I felt like I could come up with questions, but
Yeah.
I really took a leap into faith with this thing. And I was telling her, if you think that much about it, and if you keep on saying you waiting until you get all the right recipes, you're never gonna do it. And
That's true.
also, there is a lot of growth in those stumbling blocks that you're going to have. And let me tell you something. You want to have an organic audience that's going to grow with you. They want to see you come from the dirt and come
Come
all
on.
the way up. They
Yes.
want to see you level up. As a matter of fact, your tribe is going to come and you're going to track that tribe. And you don't know who God going to send you
Yeah.
to put all the little things in place that you need. And she was like, okay. She was like, you're right. You're right. And
Yes.
so 3 weeks ago, she did her first episode. She did it on YouTube. She found somebody to give her a little intro. It's so cute.
Okay.
Lemons Lane, you guys.
Okay.
And I'd never mind shouting nobody out. But
Yeah.
this young lady is on YouTube and it's Lemons Lane. And I love even that's her name. And she got the little lanes going on there with her little
Hmm.
basketball. She
Yeah.
created it. And now she's on her third show airs today. While we doing this,
Okay.
she's doing her third show airing. And I just say that to say to anybody who is teetering on
Mm-hmm.
whether they should start something or not, just start it. Just do it.
There you go.
Just do it. And
Yeah.
God will supply everything you need. Because
Yeah.
you might think it's money that you need, but you might have the connections that will
Yep.
suffice for the money that you need.
Yes.
Okay? And her
Yes.
little cute self, I'm like, girl, when I tell you, your little young cute self, on out there. There's plenty of them little guys that got them little cameras. They'll film for you for
Yes.
$20, all that, especially when you're young. When you're
Yeah.
young, you're in college, you can find other people that's young. They trying to get
Yeah.
on too.
Yes. Yes.
So just go. And y'all, if y'all trying to go, just go get it done. I think those were good qualities that you named. That was good
Mhm.
advice. Thank you so much. I
One
definitely,
thing I want to say is that just go is so powerful. Just
yes,
go, because God will draw what you need. If you step out there on faith, He'll draw what you need. And I was thinking the same way, because I'm like, right now, I don't have the resources I want a professional website. I just want it to be nice and glamorous. I need my branding. I was thinking of all of those things. I need a professional, photographer to go out and do my pictures and videos, because with this business, pictures and videos are important. And sometimes just with your phone, you don't capture the right angles. It looks better in person than it does on your camera. So I say, what, I'm not gonna worry about that, because that's why I was like, I'm not doing a website until I can get it professionally done. But I say, what, I'm gonna go to GoDaddy and I'm gonna create my own website, and this will work for the time being. I'll take my own
good.
pictures. This will work for the time being. But we be so afraid of how the world may view us, instead of thinking about, hey, what the word said, your gift will make room for you. So if I just go out here and use my gift, I ain't got to think about the other little things. They're going to come. An
Girl.
opportunity is going to come. You never know. So that keep going, and don't worry about what you don't have, and focus on what you do. That's key.
Okay, because you see, I started this. I started Boss Conversations with a cell phone.
Come
That's
on.
it. That's
Come
it.
on.
A cell phone. And I just hit some people up. Can you get on your cell
Yes.
phone? I get on my cell phone and we get on live and you let me interview you.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I'm growing. I'm growing. I got a
Yes.
platform now because God said go and I went. I
Yeah.
didn't say, oh my God, I don't know, God. I went. So yes, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Gotta
Thank
go.
you for that. See, that's that inspiration right there. That transformation through inspiration. I know it's by, but I'm saying we doing it
Mm-hmm.
through inspiration right
Yeah, you
now.
go. Yeah.
So where can the people find you? How can they book you and where can they
Mm-hmm.
find your work?
Well, you can go to my website, which is the Opulent Touch .design. The opulent is OPULENT touch.design. Or you can email me at Keyera at the opulent touch.design. That's KEYERA.
Okay. And you
Yes.
did send me your website. So when we get
Yes.
off of the live, I will tag it on this actual video so
Mm-hmm.
people can just actually click on it and go straight to your website. Uh
Yes. Or
dope.
they can reach out to me also via Facebook. I'm in the process of trying to get my Facebook updated, so I can get more pictures on there, more videos. So
Do
I'm
you
in the
have a
process of that.
Facebook business page?
Yes, it's the Opulent Touch.
Okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
So
I'm
you
working on
guys,
that.
okay, okay, okay. So you guys know she'll be tagged on the video, so
Yes.
you can find her either way at the Opulent Touch on Facebook or on her Facebook page. Is your Facebook page private?
My personal page is, the business should be open.
But
Um,
do you have some of your work? You have some of your work on your private page, right?
yeah, I shared a couple of things. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
But
gonna
if
tell
you go
you,
on the website, you can view the gallery.
like I told some of my other bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So on your page,
Mm-hmm.
whatever work you have on your page, make those posts public.
Okay. Got you.
Keep the rest of your posts private. Make
Okay.
those posts public. So if somebody finds you through this interview and they just click on your name because I tagged your at. So if they
Okay.
just click on your name, what they're going to scroll down and see is anything that's public. If everything is
Got you.
private, they're not going to see anything. But you
Okay.
can make your work public. So that's all they'll see.
Okay.
They won't see any of your private stuff, but at least go on there and make your business stuff, anything that you've done, any transformations that's on there, go
Okay.
back and make those public so anybody can see them, anybody can share them. Because we just had some people, they just you said it was a business page, but hey, I might be a 55-year-old woman.
Right.
I just found this. I don't know how to do all that, but I
Okay.
could click on your name from this
Yeah.
actual interview. So I just try to tell most of my bosses that come on here, who have private personal pages, make your business, the posts that you have done for your friends and family to,
Mm-hmm.
expose your business, make those public
Okay.
so people can see them, because you want people to be able to reach your business and see your business
Yeah,
every way possible. Every way possible.
I appreciate that info. I
Yes,
am on
ma'am.
it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, do you have any last gems or nuggets you want to drop for the people
um,
on the way out?
One thing I would say is go after what you're passionate about. Sometimes we may be working particular jobs just to survive. But in the process of you working your 9 to 5, whatever you're passionate about, be taking notes, be writing about it, be researching it, because eventually God will create an opportunity for you to do it. Because a lot of times we work jobs that we hate, and there's nothing like doing a job that you're passionate about. You're going to really flourish. You're going to really excel in that thing and really be able to bless people. And that goes back to the energy, because there's nothing worse than going to a job every day that you hate.
Right,
Coming
right.
home, getting some sleep, and waking back up doing oh God, I got to go to work again. You don't want to have that kind of energy. But when you do things that you really love, I mean, it changes everything. It changes your family life. Your family want to be around you instead of be like, ugh, I don't want to be around her. She got a nasty attitude. She always. So I'm just saying, pursue your passion no matter what it is, pursue it. Gotta create a way to make it happen. And one thing I want to say before we close is thank you so much, Janeah.
You're
This
welcome.
is beautiful that you have provided this platform for us small business owners, because sometimes we don't have people who are pushing us or who will create a platform if we don't have a business that's thriving. It hasn't been open for that long. People want to have influential people, on their podcast, but you giving us an opportunity, like you say, for people to see us grow, from one stage to the next. So I really appreciate you doing this for us. So that's
You're
it.
welcome. You're
Love you, lady.
welcome. I'm so
Yes.
happy to do it. I am
Yes.
happy to give you your flowers, Queen. I
Appreciate
just
that.
love and adore you. So
So
I am
sweet.
here to support anything
Yes.
that you are doing. I have seen you grow. I have sat and cried and talked with you. We have shared so much. And so,
Yes.
anything you need, I'm here any way I can connect anybody or do anything for you. If you see a boss that come on that you feel like, hey, I can help them, or I
Mm-hmm.
need to connect with them, shoot out to me. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to come on, because I respect you guys the same as you respect me with this
Yes.
platform, because without you guys coming, I don't have a platform to give to you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I appreciate you guys even showing up. And so I guess that's it. We did good. We did good. I think we covered everything.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes.
right, Queen. Well, you have a good rest of your night. Tell the
You
kids
too.
I said hi. Tell the
Yes.
husband and the mother-in-law. I know I saw her on here earlier. Tell everybody I said hi and I love them. And you
Yes.
guys be blessed.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All
Thanks,
right, you
everybody.
too. Bye, Queen. All right, you guys, that's another boss conversation, another one done and out the door. I'll be back on Thursday. Actually, Thursday, I'm going to be talking to Kendall Nichols. He is the youngest boss to come on here, okay? He's still in college. He's a very young boss, an author and a poet. I'm so excited to bring this young brother on. So, y'all, make sure y'all check us out. We're coming back on Thursday night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all, and I'm out.